Welcome to the Weekly Bytes. Today is March 28th, 2019. It has been a week of product announcements, some big, some small, but all interesting. So let's get started. This week was a plus week for Apple. We got News Plus, TV Plus, Arcade, and the Apple Card. What a big week! While everyone expected the Apple TV streaming service to be the highlight of Monday's event, I personally think that Apple ran it long in the tooth and sucked all the momentum out of the audience that they spent an hour building. At the end of the day, I think the top product, the highlight of the entire presentation was the Apple Card, a credit card that is issued to your cell phone. You can always get a physical card, which is very nicely etched titanium, but it's a cashback credit card issued by Goldman Sachs, and Apple has kind of rethought the entire credit card process. Kudos on you, Apple. EA cut 350 jobs this week. It seems like this happens annually, and this is just the annual layoffs. They will hire people back throughout 2019, presumably. It's just been a rough third quarter. Huawei on Tuesday announced the P30 and P30 Pro, highly anticipated phones that were following up the P20 and the P20 Pro, which were absolutely amazing phones, etc., etc. You get where I'm going with this. The announcement happened in Paris, France. It drew media from all over the world. The phone looks like an absolute beast. A heavy focus on photography, which is great for all you Instagram fans, Twitter fans, Facebook, for anyone who wants to take amazing selfies or photos of pretty much anything. It scored 112 on DxOMark, which is the top score, beating out the S10, the iPhone, everything. Huawei claims the camera is absolutely amazing in low light conditions, and really, who can doubt them when they say the ISO goes all the way up to 409,600. You heard right. Pricing on the P30 and P30 Pro is $950 and $1,200 Canadian respectively, although if you go with Rogers or their smaller brand Fido, you'll find that they've shaved off a bit of money there for full device pricing. It looks like Apple might have started deliberately bricking first generation AirPods. Several users yesterday reported that their first generation AirPods no longer paired to their phone and no longer functioned properly. It could be a giant coincidence, but the fact that this isn't a random small sampling of users, but rather a widespread group, suggests that this might have been a deliberate action on Apple's part. Shame on you, Apple. I know you want people to buy your second generation AirPods, but bricking good gear is not the way to do it. Innovative features and innovation in general. That's how you get people to upgrade. Samsung announced the Galaxy A70, a mid-range phone with specs so impressive, one might mistake it for a premium high-end smartphone. You can get a 6.7-inch AMOLED display, 32 megapixel selfie camera, 32 megapixel rear-facing camera, a 4500 milliamp hour battery, octa-core CPU, 6 to 8 gigabytes of RAM, and 128 gigabytes of on-device storage with a micro SD slot so that you can expand way higher. Asus Live Update, an update piece of software developed by Asus and found on all of their machines, has been compromised, enabling malware to be pushed maliciously through the software to customers all across the world. Asus has released a patched version of the Live Update software, and we highly recommend that you either upgrade your software immediately or completely remove Live Update, because personally I don't believe in that kind of software anyways. It looks like the inexpensive entry-level Pixel Slate from Google that we were all told about at the Google event last year is never gonna happen. So if you're a user sitting out there saying, I'm gonna buy a Pixel Slate as soon as they introduce that low-cost entry-level box, you better head over to the Google Play Store right now and buy whatever the cheapest one is, because that's as cheap as it's ever gonna get. Next Tuesday, April 2nd, 2019, It will be the final day for not one, but two Google services that we've all used at one point or another. Google Plus, Google's attempt at a social media platform, will shutter its doors on all platforms next Tuesday, along with Inbox by Gmail, an innovative and probably ahead of its time email application that will also fade into the fog permanently. NVIDIA RTX prices are dropping. I took a quick look at Newegg Canada and saw that I could grab a Zotac RTX 2080 for as low as $935 Canadian. A quick glance at the EVGA RTX 2080 that we bought for our test bench last year has dropped from $1,100 to $1,000. Not significant, but close to a 10% price drop. Not bad. Maybe now is the time to grab an RTX card to get prepared for all of the DirectX ray tracing goodness that we can expect later in 2019. New BIOS updates to Asus and Gigabyte motherboards that have the Intel 300 series chipset are enabling support for Intel's upcoming 9th generation Intel Core CPU processors. Yikes, that was a lot of redundancy. Let me try that again. It will introduce support for Intel's 9th generation CPUs. We're still waiting on all details about those new upcoming CPUs, but I think most importantly, we're waiting to see what the pricing is going to be and the pricing structure, and see if Intel can start competing with AMD on the price per core measurement. Thanks for watching today's video. If you didn't like it, you know what to do. Give us a thumbs down. Leave us a comment below letting us know what we can improve for next time. But if you did like it, give us a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell beside it so that you get notified the next time we post a video. Don't forget to follow us on social media. We're on Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Have a great day, and we'll see you all next time.